Hello and welcome back to our channel. My name is Femke from Femke the Fiction on Instagram and Bookish Buddies over on Twitter. And today I am here with my worst books of 2020. Now, first up, just a quick disclaimer, just because I didn't particularly like these books does not mean that you won't. I would love it if you formed your own opinion, so I do encourage everyone to read these books. I didn't dislike these books because they are problematic, but they were not for me. So now that is done. The second point I want to say is I don't particularly like making these videos, so this will be a quick video. I won't be going into too much detail on why I didn't like them. I will give you some points, but it won't be a super long video. So without further ado, let's get into the books I didn't like in 2020. Okay, so the first two, actually, they are part of the same series, are Deadlocked and Dead Ever After by Charlaine Harris. And these are the final two books in the Sookie Stackhouse series. This is one of those series that should have stopped while it was ahead. These are the 12th and 13th installments in the series, and I think she should have quit at 10. Obviously the individual installments, some of them I enjoyed more than others, but overall I gave them 3 or 4 stars. I really quite enjoyed them. These two, not so much. It just felt without purpose and without aim. I personally didn't like the way it was resolved. I mean, I saw it coming a mile away, but I still didn't like it. Yeah, this, like I said, this is just, you know, like a candle that's dying and then sputters out. And I feel like that is the best analogy for this series. It was great, it burned brightly, and then it just died. So the next book on this list is one I don't physically own. I own the first two, but I have the third one as an ebook. But that is A Sorrow Fierce and Falling, which is the third book in the Shadow, Bright and Burning, or actually I believe it's a Kingdom Falling series. Okay, so I didn't hate how the series ended, but I just really didn't like the execution. I feel like the author tried to do too many things in too little words, and that just annoyed me. The characters annoyed me, and it basically the series basically stopped with one of my most hated tropes. I won't tell you what it is because that's obviously spoilers. So yeah, all in all, I just, like, I didn't hate in that sense what happened, but yeah, it just, again, I really liked the first two and then this one sputtered out. I also think this, I feel like I didn't like this because it took too long between the second and the third one for me to read the third one. And I feel like I kind of outgrew the series because I think if I'd read it immediately after the first two, I would have liked it. Obviously that's speculation, but eh. Then the next book on this list is another end of a trilogy that I didn't like, and that is The Triumphant by Leslie Livingston. I don't know why, but the main character bothered me so much in this series. So that annoyed me, so I was just basically grumpy while reading this. I don't like DNFing, so I was determined to finish it. But as it turns out, I read the synopsis on Goodreads, which, if you'll listen to me, don't do that for this book, because I think the synopsis tells you for about like 60 or 70% what happens in the book. If that much of a plot is covered in the synopsis, that's not a good thing. And then in the end, there was like a war left to fight, and that took, I don't know, they had like 3 chapters left, maybe 20 pages, and they still had the war left to fight. And everything just suddenly was done, and I didn't get it. I mean, I can't even, you know, formulate my thoughts on this, but no, just no. And then the final book on this list is one, again, that I don't physically own. Thank whatever deity is out there. And it just, I gave the book 1 star, and I hardly ever give books 1 star, and I was so mad. I was so mad when I finished that book. I'm going to try to tell you this calmly, but I'm not sure I can, to be honest. So the book I'm talking about is Zoo by James Patterson. Now, I'd watched the television series and I liked it. I mean, I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it. I liked, you know, the themes in it, so I figured, hey, it's based on a book, let's read the book because the book's better than the series, right? Wrong. Very, very wrong. It was a disaster. It was, I can't even. That book was like 300 pages, and I believe it had over 100 chapters, which equals, like, at most, 3 or 4 pages per chapter. Which, okay, if that's writing style, fine. The problem is, he didn't break up the chapters at end of, like, scene. He just broke up the chapters halfway through a scene and then continued the scene in the next chapter. Like, why'd you break up the scene? It's not logical. And then, you know, we kind of had a solution to the story. But then apparently all of humanity decided to go like, fuck it. And then we didn't have a solution. And then they moved to the North Pole and then the book was done. And I'm just, no. I am beyond angry at this book. And I can feel my rage building up, so I will just stop myself here. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, if you liked me ranting about books, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Leave a comment down below if you've read any of the books that I just mentioned. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!